serving up a warm dish of the Triad's culinary fare, here's your weekly helping of food, news, and views. This is the man who ate the town.
Hey folks, and welcome to episode 84 of the Man Who Ate the Town podcast. This is for the week of September 24th through the 30th, 2018. My name is Tim Beeman, and I am opening the recipe box. There was a little scheduling conflict on it was my fault that Tim wasn't able to make it today. I was inquiring about something, and it was a big mess. It was all, again, my fault. So I'm flying solo today. And Tim, I miss you already. I am recording this episode of The Man Who Ate the Town at the lab at Industry Hill. It is a repurposed building on North Chestnut Street in the old warehouse district of downtown Winston-Salem, what we now call Industry Hill. Find out more about Industry Hill and all their awesomeness, including a couple of breweries, a chocolatier, gourmet restaurants, everything that's happening here by visiting industryhill.com. Well, Sweet Aromaz has updated their digs. They were tucked away, as you will remember, on 6th Street between Trade and Liberty. And really, unless you knew that they were there, you were probably missing out. I mean, when you're driving down that little stretch of road, there's not a whole lot to see between those buildings. And that's sad, because this is a great little spot. But now, they've moved into the space that was occupied by Atelier on Trade at 533 North Trade Street. Things are a little bit different now with Sweet Aromaz. It used to be just coffee and tea and a flower shop. As remember, I was corrected on that. Thank you, Jesse. But now they will also serve Belgian waffles, and this is not the frozen stuff. This is actually yeast-made Belgian waffles. It's not the stuff that you find at like IHOP and other crazy places. These are real waffles, and they are working, according to Jesse, they're working on a gluten-free and a vegan option as well. I asked her about anything I should know, and they are still doing flowers and weddings. They still have their coffee and tea, and they have added these authentic Belgian waffles to their menu. They're made fresh between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. They have an oven coming for their baked goods as well. They used to bake their own stuff, and then hired our good friend Brittany McGee, because things get hectic and you need someone to help out with stuff like that. But now they are having a kitchen, because Atelier had a kitchen. That's what they did. So they can go back to their making their own things. They will also have box specials of waffles and coffee. Grab and go deal if you're not waiting on fresh made. They can be eaten like any pastry and or reheat them if you want them warm. Actually, I think I would like it chilled. I don't like things very hot. They have toppings for them as well, but these are, as she says, the yeast-made authentic Belgian recipe waffles, not like the Waffle House or anything like that. So it's more in the pastry family than just fluffy bread, or hard fluffy bread. I asked about their operating hours, and those dates are a bit wonky right now, but they will, once everybody gets used to them being there, they'll expand their hours. Right now it's Sunday 8 to 2, Monday 7 to 1, Tuesday and Wednesday 7 to 5, Thursday and Friday it's 7 to 6, and Saturday it's 8 to 8. So I know that's a little bit, again, like I said, wonky, but Jesse told me that whenever people realize that they're there, that they'll be able to do more. So I hope truly that they get their business through the roof now because of the higher visibility. I hope the foot traffic and that higher visibility brings them all that they need. They deserve it. Again, that's 533 North Trade Street, Sweet Aromaz with a Z, on Facebook and on the web at sweetaromaz.com. Stephanie and I visited Providence Kitchen at BB&T last Tuesday, and I have written the blog review for it. I'm just waiting on a picture or two from Jeff Bacon that I did not get of the interior of the space, and I'll post it, and then I'll talk about it on here whenever that's done. Also, this past weekend actually, Stephanie and I did a tasting at Honky Tonk Smokehouse on Jonestown Road. I won't go into a lot of things right now because I still want you to read the blog. So please read the blog. It just went up about 20 minutes ago, but let me say this. If you are a fan of barbecue and you only visit one barbecue restaurant, and that's the only one you go to, you're not a fan of barbecue. You're a fan of that restaurant. Plain and simple. Branch out. Whether you want Eastern style, Lexington style, Memphis, Texas, Kansas City styles, all these, at least in elements, are available at Honky Tonk Smokehouse. Can I say this is my favorite barbecue restaurant? I can't. But I can't say that it's not. The owners, Sam and Susan Platt, are fantastic folks, and they have a great thing going on here. It's a hidden gem, but I want to make it less hidden and make it a more popular gem. And that's G-E-M, not G-Y-M. For my accent here, it's popular gem. They are located at 145 Jonestown Road here in Winston-Salem, and you can find more on their website, honkytonksmokehouse.com. I'll talk more about what we had next week once you've had time to read the blog. It's a long post. It's almost 2,000 words, so either I really enjoyed it or I had a lot of bad things to say, and I can guarantee you it's not a lot of bad things. So read the blog posts on themanwhoatetown.com. Food holidays for today. The 24th is National Cherries Jubilee Day. And on the 24th in 2013, Burger King introduced Satis Fries, a new crinkle-cut French fry with about 20% fewer calories than its regular fries. And I have not been a fan of Burger King's fries in a long time. Now, let me clarify. I've not had fast food since 2013. In December 2013 was the last time. So it could have been this. Burger King, you may have contributed to my not having fast food anymore. I'm joking. That's not why. But it's just odd that that's the timing. On the 25th of September is National Lobster Day. It's National Cooking Day, National Crab Newberg Day. It's also German Butterbrot Day, which is buttered bread, basically. In 2007, on the 25th, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office issued a certificate canceling all claims related to the peanut butter and jelly sandwich patent, because many people were trying to say that that was theirs, and no one can say that. It's all of ours. The 26th of September is National School Milk Day. World School Milk Day and Johnny Appleseed Day. Johnny Richmond, I think his name, or whatever his name was, Johnny Appleseed, who planted trees all along the Ohio Valley. It was his birthday. The 27th of September is National Chocolate Milk Day, National Corned Beef Hash Day. On the 27th in 1870, Edmund McElhenney patented his improved method for making a pepper sauce. If you understand the McElhenney name, you'll know that that's, in this town, we don't talk about it as much, but it's Tabasco sauce. Not saying Tabasco sauce doesn't have its place. I believe it should be used as a cheap substitute for Texas Pete anytime that you need something that's, you don't want to put the really good stuff in your food, right? Yeah, you still do. Use Texas Pete instead. But anyway, on the 27th in 1877, James Drummond Dole was born, the Pineapple King. He founded Hawaiian Pineapple Company in 1901 and renamed it Dole Pineapple Company, and then later Dole Food. On the 27th in 1892, Joshua Pusey invented book matches. He called them flexible matches. He sold the patent to the Diamond Match Company in 1895 or 1896. 9/28 is National Strawberry Cream Pie Day, National Drink Beer Day, which I have no problem with. Partly it's called that because in 1725, on the 28th of September, Arthur Guinness was born. And yes, that is the Arthur Guinness of Guinness beer. 29th is National Coffee Day and Biscotti Day. The 30th is National Mulled Cider Day and Chewing Gum Day. That's because in 1861 on the 30th, William Wrigley was born. He started out as a traveling salesman at the age of 13, selling soap for his father's company. He had a series of sales jobs, one of which gave chewing gum as a premium. Customers liked the chewing gum better than the product, so soon he started marketing his own gum, and it was called Juicy Fruit in 1893. Later that year, Wrigley Spearmint came out. He was an advertising genius, and his company became one of the largest advertisers in the U.S. and largest chewing gum manufacturer in the world. And I do believe Wrigley's was the very first UPC code ever, the barcode scanner thing. I believe they were the first ones. Also on the 30th, in 2004, California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger signed into law a bill that bans the production and sale of foie gras beginning in 2012. The sales ban was overturned January 7th, 2015. However, the production ban is still in place. So you can sell it and you can eat it, but you cannot make it in California. That's your food, holidays, and history for this week. Special thanks to James Ehler at foodreference.com for his compiling of these items for us. The Man Who Went to Town podcast is part of the Less Desirables podcast network. Along with this podcast, you can listen to the Less Desirables, the Beer Dads, Fan Interference, and Apartment 5B, irrational conversations of the cool breeze with the cool breezes of Anytown, USA. You can find all these podcasts and their latest episodes on our network website and directory, tldpodnetwork.com. We would greatly appreciate if you listen to our sponsors, Delicio's Italian Restaurant, 301 Brookstown Avenue. I don't know why all of a sudden I got to this, because I'm thinking about my friend and my bromance, Tony Delicio. 301 Brookstown Avenue, Italian food like you're sitting right there in Naples. You don't have to travel to get good Italian food. You can have it right here in Winston-Salem, and that would be Delicio's. They have cream sauces, red sauces, wine sauces, vodka sauces. Sauce. It's good. May I suggest the seafood Delicio is phantasmic. And, of course, you need the mozzarella in carrozza as well. They are open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Check them out on Instagram and on Facebook. Washington Perk and Provision Company. The Perk is located at 301 West 4th Street. Wilfie's Custard is there, and a plethora of flavors and colors and loveliness. They are one of the few places in town that offer Larry's Beans Coffee. You can get eggs, milk, and cheese there. You can get condiments, bread, beer, wine. The Perk has all of that. It's a nice little neighborhood store, your provision company, if you will. Washington Perk is better than a convenience store, but not quite a grocery store. Again, 301 West 4th Street, downtown Winston-Salem. Check them out on Facebook /Washington Perk. And on Instagram, they are Washington Perk _DTWS. The Humblebee Shop is located at 1003 Brookstown Avenue in the west end of downtown. Visit for cookies, cakes, pies, and other dessert goodies made just for you. Everything is carefully crafted and made 100% from scratch. The Humblebee Shop wants to challenge your perception of scratch made and leave you with an experience you couldn't possibly forget. For more information, follow them on Facebook, on Instagram especially, and visit thehumblebeeshop.co, thehumblebeeshop.co. Keep an eye on my blog and this podcast to find out more about the food news and happenings around town. If you have any food news, send us an email. It's tim@themanwhoatetown.com, kelly@themanwhoatetown.com, tj@themanwhoatetown.com. Like us on Facebook. On Twitter, we are Man Who ate the Town. On Instagram, we are Man Who Ate the Town. My name is Tim, and I'm closing the recipe box. Until next time, thank you for reading. Thank you for listening. Bon appetit. views and opinions stated by me or any of my guests are solely those of ours and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of our hosting companies, distributors, enemies, friends, or relatives. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced or distributed without express written consent of the man who ate the town, that's me, and Such Limited Inc. However, if you ask nicely, we'll probably let you.